In these words, we've got the UE. So in fuel, dual, you may split it between the U and the E to make them easier to spell. So as we've suggested down here, say to spell fuel, dual. On the value and argue and rescue, the reason the E is on the end here is because English words can't end with U, so we've added the E to the end of those. Now then we've got the EAR, the sound, so we've got pearl, search, dearth, earnest and rehearse. So I've got some other things that we need to look at in these words too. So you know after a long vowel sound you just put one L. In argue you've got the R sound, A-R. In rescue you're going to split it there. Pearl you've got a long vowel sound, so you've just got the L. In search you've got the CH at the end. Dearth you've got the TH at the end. Earnest you've got the EST at the end. And rehearse, now you've got the SE at the end here making it sound, so just be aware of that. Okay, so let's have a look at what these words mean. So fuel is a material used to produce power. A duel is a fight. Value is the worth of something. When we argue, we're quarrelling. Rescue means to save someone. A pearl is a beautiful white gem that comes inside an oyster shell, and we use it quite often to make jewellery. Search means to look for something. Dearth means a lack of, like it could be a lack or a scarcity of food, or in a sentence you could say a dearth of evidence in a crime, so it means a lack of evidence. Earnest means serious, and rehearse means to practice something. In this list we're looking at the rule that English words cannot end in a U, so we add an E to the end of them, as in value, argue and rescue. Whereas in fuel and dual, we're seeing that UE, but it's actually making two different sounds. Fuel, dual, so we are hearing the sounds for those two, each of those two letters. Now in the next section here we've got the R control vowel is written by using the letters EAR. It's making the sound. So we've got pearl, search, dearth, earnest and rehearse. Now down here you have to group the list words into the categories. So you'll find some of the words are both a noun and a verb, and some of them may be a noun or a verb. So you're going to have to work those out. And one of them is an adjective. So perhaps work that one out first. It's a pretty easy one because of its ending. Now write the list word to match the meaning. You're looking for synonyms here. So which of these words would best go with each of these given words? Fill in the gaps with the missing list word. Of course you're using these words from above. And then we've got some common sayings that you may hear. So at, face, and you have to fill in the missing word by using a list word, and then we want you to explain the meaning. So you've got 3 of those to do. In this list we're looking that English words cannot end in a U, so we have to add an E in value, argue and rescue. In fuel and dual you're hearing the U and the E as 2 separate sounds. So the next part is we have the EAR, is an R control vowel, making the sound. So we've got pearl, search, dearth, earnest and rehearse there. Now in this section you have to work out which is the word here to fill in as the missing verb and write it in its correct tense. Then down the bottom we've given you the list words. Now we want you to think about some adjectives that would describe these nouns. Then down the bottom you have to make the word and write it in a sentence. Don't forget to use some adjectives and adverbs against your nouns and verbs to make your sentences more interesting for the reader. And down the very bottom you've got a what am I, and it's quite an easy one for you today. On this page we're looking at Greek combining forms. So combining forms are meaningful word parts that can occur at the beginning or end of a word. So Greek words are often made up of more than one combining form and can have a suffix as well. These words are often scientific or medical terms. So the suffix ology means the study of. We've got an activity here for you where you have to match the Greek combining form to the meanings. So you can do that with a different colour for each one. And then down here you have to separate the Greek combining forms and write the meaning. So you have to take them back to their base form and then at the end discuss the meaning of that word as a whole. In the next section it says fill in the gap with a Greek combining form. Something is a Greek mythological figure with an eye in the centre of his forehead. So have a think about some of these terms that we've used up here and the meanings of them. That will help you work out what the name of that figure is. Now then you have to list the track and field events in a decathlon. So you know there's going to be 10 parts to that. So you might have to do a bit of Googling to research it or discuss it within your group.